I'm often asked what is menopause coaching, and the reality is coaching is an incredibly powerful skill set to be able to take people from one place and get them to go to where they want to go much quicker and faster than if they're trying to navigate that on their own. What we've demonstrated with our specialist menopause coaching program over the last 10 years is that in just 7 weeks, we can short circuit what many people are taking years to get the right help and support with. The reason that menopause coaching is so transformative for people is because you are creating a psychologically safe space and you are taking them through a structured process to help them get from where they are stuck to a place where they can step into their personal power. You tend to fall into your perimenopausal years, not even be aware of it, and all of a sudden life's juggling act can feel a lot trickier and harder. Menopause coaching in the workplace is absolutely fundamental so that everyone can stay in their A game. Every day I hear stories from people going through menopause, and so many resonate with my own journey. In my early 40s, I thought I had early onset dementia, and then just found out it was only menopause. I should have known what menopause was. We all should know what menopause is. People don't talk about the vaginal dryness or atrophy. We don't talk about the itchy, dry skin. We don't talk about how our bladders change and we might have that urgent need to go and have a wee at the most inopportune times. We don't talk about the fact that you might have heavy bleed, or you might find that you've got dry eyes and think that you've got an eye infection. I speak to people every single day who have spent 2, 3, 4, sometimes even more years going for ECGs because their heart palpitations make them think they've had a heart attack, or they've had brain scans because they've had such severe migraines and headaches that they've never experienced before. Other people are having MRIs and tests for arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, and yet all these tests come back as negative, and nobody's sitting down and joining the dots, looking at the age and stage of life they're at, and maybe talking to them about menopause. All of these things are being driven by the changing hormone levels of estrogen, progesterone and testosterone. They all play such a big role in our brain health, heart health and bone health. So with the right help, with the right support and the right understanding, we can make the right decisions on how to successfully navigate menopause. When people think about menopause, I think they automatically think about going to the doctor and talking about hormone replacement therapy, HRT. And absolutely, I advocate for all people going through menopause to go and speak to their doctor and look at what all the options are and make an informed decision. That you can't just take hormone replacement therapy and expect to age well and successfully navigate menopause without looking at all the other aspects of your life. We can also look at our diet, our nutrition, our lifestyle, our movement, how we switch off and relax. So many of us don't get enough rest and recuperation in our life, and actually that is so valuable and so powerful. But what that means for one person is going to be very different for someone else. None of these things are one size fits all. Everybody's journey through menopause is completely unique and completely different. But what a coach can do is help you figure out what your personal menopause plan is. And that's the magic of being a coach. You get to help people do that. When we welcome you onto the Menopause Specialist Coaching Programme, we get to do an incredible deep dive induction with you so that you're absolutely set up for success and meet all of your cohort. We're going to do a deep dive into menstruation and menopause because you need to know about the whole journey so that you can help people with their peri to post-menopause transition. You're going to learn coaching and listening skills and learn our signature coaching programme, the Menopause Plan. You're going to practice that in-house with your fellow students in a safe environment, and then you're going to take that out so that you can build your confidence and competence to deliver that with 2 practice clients. You're never going to be on your own because even after the course finishes, we're going to be standing right beside you for another 12 months. If you want to help people through their menopause transition, then we can help you help them. It's such an exciting time to be involved with menopause specialist coaching because people's doors are open and they're looking for the help and support. We want to make sure that when employers are bringing incredibly talented people into their business, that they have the right mechanisms to support them when they go through life's transitions, including menopause. We know that working in the community, there are so many people that don't even know how to ask for help and support. So we can lay on information sessions, we can help people learn about menopause and avoid the pain and suffering in silence that so many people go through. I've got a really deep background in personal training, anatomy, physiology, sports therapy, nutrition and so many other related areas, and yet I didn't know about menopause. I was really keen to learn. So the first thing I did was I collaborated with a local charity, and they provided premises and we collectively advertised for anyone that thought they might be going through this thing called menopause. I was blown away that so many people turned up. The first Sunday of every month, we got together and we just shared a cuppa, we had a chat, and I started to learn so much more and discover how widely people were impacted by menopause. And it really hit home for me the need for people to talk and the need for people to get the right help and support. Everyone needs help and support when they go through menopause. It's such a massive transformation and such an incredible opportunity to really step into our personal power, use our voice in a way that we've never done before, and boost our vitality.